And let's get the big thing out of the way first, I guess. Trump was indicted, arrested, and charged. I mean, I guess that's okay. Like, screw it. Arrest him if he broke the law, I guess. I don't care, to be honest. And I realize that this might butt up against, like, anti-cop stuff, and to be honest again, I still don't really care. Some circles just aren't going to get squared all the time. We live in a world and, all that jazz. And this isn't like, oh my God, I don't like this guy, so it's cool, but don't do this to the guy I like. There are no people I like here. This is actually kind of my point going into this. And listen, people out there talking about how if they can arrest a former president, then what about you? What about us? Yeah, you know what? They've always arrested us, brother. It's the powerful who've been above the law, you absolute goofball. But to arrest him for this, for lying on a financial statement, some campaign finance stuff, this is the hook that they're going to use? Come on, man. And people who are presidents should be arrested for their crimes, by the way. Cops should be arrested for their crimes. The wealthy, too. CEO dorks as well. This isn't even a hard decision for me. Why would anybody disagree with this? Well, next time they'll arrest your president, they say, as they sip their natty light because apparently rainbow beer cans are pure evil now. Well, first of all, you are pretty weird for worrying about gay beer. Second of all, I don't have a president. We all have these criminal dirtbag dorks leading our country. None of them are mine in any way, shape, or form beyond the fact that I live here and that they are indeed the president. So good, arrest them. Fabulous and wonderful and yippee and everything else. But don't arrest them for lying on a financial sheet. Arrest them for war crimes, for killing human beings. Actual genocide, folks, right here in this country. Arrest them for illegal wars. Arrest them for Iran-Contra, for bombing Bosnia so that they could take the public eye away from intern sex. Arrest them for border concentration camps, for preventing people from giving water to dying migrants in the desert and lying to U.S. citizens. Arrest them for, assassinating foreign officials and for drone striking American citizens overseas and for torture prisons and for Gitmo. Arrest them for what we've done to Cuba for, 60-something years? And what we've done to North Korea, too. For every single sanction that they've levied on foreign countries that wouldn't bow down. Arrest them for all the coups across the globe and for 3-strike laws and the death penalty and for austerity. For the various lies used to send Americans to war. Make those absolute bastards pay for trickle-down economics and the air traffic controllers and the drug war and NAFTA and deregulation. Handcuff these goons for ignoring the AIDS epidemic and for exploding prison populations and for just being dogshit atrocious at being decent human beings. Arrest every last one of them for all of those things, not lying about a payment to a mistress or campaign violations. That's the absurd part, not the arrest. And this Georgia stuff is only marginally more significant. Lying on some paperwork, campaign finance rules, this is going to backfire so badly. I don't think that this will exactly propel Trump back into the White House. If he goes back, I think it will be because Biden is just atrocious more than anything else. But it will look absolutely horrendous in hindsight and will certainly provide some motivation for the Trumper goons. And at the end of the day, Trump might be embarrassed, maybe even disgraced if he loses the next election. But he won't suffer for it outside of his ego. All the harm he's caused in his miserable life will remain. What he did to the Central Park Five will always exist. The rape allegations will always exist. The crimes he committed as president will always exist. And he will have been punished for precisely none of them. No punishment for the lives he ruined, the money he stole, the lies he told, the wars he continued, the profiteering off of his office, not to mention the racism in both his racist housing issues as a civilian and his racist border policies. And nothing about this is unique to Trump, aside from, a few of the particulars. He'll just be another man in a long line of them consisting of 46 names, none of which was ever actually held accountable for their atrocities and their crimes, whether minor or major. Hell, even Nixon was pardoned. And that, my dear listeners, is the end of this segment. And that, my friends, is exactly what I think about this farce in New York.